Hey, Helena. Is our master plan to get back at your mischievous brother still going strong? Haha, I'm so excited to find out how things are shaping up so far.
Hey Tyra, good morning. Just wanted to give you a little update. Everything is going according to plan. Seriously, it's been unbelievably smooth sailing. You're an absolute rock star, Tyra. I'm beyond grateful to have you as my ride or die friend. You've got my back like no one else.
Ah, come on. No need for the formalities. That's just what friends are for, right? So tell me, did Andy finally come to his senses and apologize to you?
Well, not really, but...
Andy still hasn't shown any signs of remorse or bothered to say sorry? OMG, he's such a spoiled brat. And you're way too sweet for your own good, Helena. I've lost count how many times he has made your life a total roller coaster with his wicked pranks. It's like he's got no clue when to call it quits. Remember that time he poured red pepper paste in your school bag? It was a total nightmare when you opened it and the paste went crazy, spilling all over your seat.
Oh yeah, how could I ever forget that? Now I make sure to guard my bag like Fort Knox so that Andy can't get his hands on it. And you bet I lock my room tight and carry the key with me wherever I go. That's been a total game changer. I gotta tell you, the look on Andy's face was priceless when he realized he couldn't break into my room and pull off those dumb pranks anymore. Remember that time he sneaked in and released a real snake? That was just next level crazy!
No kidding! If I ever found a real snake slithering around in my room, I'd lose my mind and dial 911 in a heartbeat. Oh, and watch out for your toiletries too. Remember how he used to mix depilatory creams with your shampoo? I'm telling you, Andy is the worst of the worst.
Oh, speaking of that, I totally followed your advice, and it worked like a charm. Here's the deal. I had a feeling he was gonna pull that silly shampoo prank on me again. So I got sneaky and peeled off the labels from both his and my shampoo bottles and swapped them around. You know, those bottles look pretty similar, right? Well, he fell for it big time and started lathering up his hair with the wrong one. And guess what? Bam! He practically walked out of the bathroom looking like he had just visited a hair removal salon. I swear, it took all my willpower not to burst out laughing. It was pure gold, I tell you.
That's what I'm talking about, Helena. You're killing it, girl. Oh, and speaking of being on guard, don't forget to keep a close eye on your clothes, too. I mean, we all know what happened last time with your laundry mishap. Let's make sure history doesn't repeat itself.
Yeah, you're right. Andy had the audacity to switch out the fabric conditioner with bleach. And my clothes were totally ruined. Can you believe it? Some of them I hadn't even worn once. It was a total fashion disaster, I tell you.
Whoa, that's totally messed up. Andy's got some seriously twisted and evil thoughts going on, especially for a kid his age. It's unfortunate that you have to deal with a little brother with such a disturbed mentality. I really feel for you.
But hey, no worries now. I've learned my lesson from the past, so I've ditched the laundry drama and started using a laundry service instead. Smart move, huh?
Way to go, girl! So, what about that whole flat-out ignoring strategy? Did it do the trick too?
Oh, you bet! Remember how I was always the one bailing Andy out whenever he ended up in the principal's office serving detention? Well, not anymore. Now, whenever he tries to call me up, I just straight up ignore him. I tell him it's not my business and hang up without a second thought. Oh, let me tell you, his face was a total priceless masterpiece when I dropped the bomb and said I couldn't give 2 cents about him or his problems. It was like a scene from a movie, and boy did it shake things up.
I can totally picture Andy turning red with anger and throwing his classic tantrums. That's just his signature move, isn't it? Always acting like he's some mature, in-control dude, but deep down, he's just a big old man-child. Too funny.
I know, right? Andy's pranks have become so predictable and they barely even faze me anymore. Actually, most of the time, he's the one who ends up getting burned by his own schemes. You see, I've developed this superpower to detect when something fishy is going down. It's like I have this built-in radar that helps me avoid falling into Andy's lame traps. It's pretty handy, if I do say so myself.
Helena, you're one clever cookie. I'm seriously impressed with you. But hey girl, I gotta be honest, I'm a little worried about you. Remember when you mentioned that Andy was getting all worked up because you were retaliating against his pranks? It's like he couldn't handle you giving him a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah, I know Andy's been pretty mad at me for getting back at him. It's like having a ticking time bomb right under the same roof, if you catch my drift. The tension is real.
Yeah, right. You caught him red-handed so many times trying to mess with your food? Good thing you were always on high alert and didn't fall for his tricks. But one thing I'm concerned about is the time you overheard him trying to convince your parents to kick you out of your room so he could take over.
No way in hell am I gonna let that go down. Andy messed with me way too many times, and I'm not about to let it happen again. There's absolutely zero chance I'll sit back and let him take over my room without a fight. It's game on.
That's what I'm talking about. But let's be real. You're in for one heck of a battle because Andy has always been your parents' favorite. They practically worship the ground he walks on, even though he's a total spoiled brat. If my memory serves me right, they never once believed your side of the story about Andy's pranks and mischievous behavior. They were always quick to blame you for everything. So tell me, what's your master plan to keep Andy far away from your room? I'm all ears.
No worries, girl. I've got this covered. I've got a bunch of plans and backup plans ready to roll. All I need to do is make Andy totally give up on the idea of taking over my room. No, I want him to downright despise the thought of it.
Whoa, that sounds interesting. What's your plan, Helena? I can't wait to hear it.
Check it out. I've already bought a couple of bottles of this super stinky liquid. Whenever Andy's lurking nearby, I'm gonna give the entrance to my room a little spritz. Trust me. I've tried it out a few times as a sneaky experiment, and it worked like a charm. Do you know what Andy said to me?
What? What did he say?
He told me that my room smelled like a dumpster fire, and that he'd never set foot near it again. Can you believe that?
OMG, girl, that's freaking hilarious. You pulled off such a sassy move. I can't even. You totally owned it.
Hey, Tyra, can we chat later? My mom is totally blowing up my phone with a bunch of texts, and I gotta answer her. It's like a text storm or something.
Sure thing. Oh, by the way, remember we've got that epic sleepover at my place tonight. Don't you dare bail, girl. I can't wait to hear your stories about how Andy's pranks always blow up in his face. It never gets old.
Totally. It used to bug me big time. But now that I've had a sweet revenge on him, it actually feels good, you know? Like, I've reached a whole new level of satisfaction.
But honestly, think about it. Is now the right time to start considering moving out? You know, you haven't officially gotten your diploma yet, but technically you're done with high school, right? You even take shifts in the afternoon now, which means you don't even need to take those filler classes anymore. I'm sure if you did leave school now, you could always come back to collect your diploma at the end of the school year.
Yeah, and I'm totally waiting for you to finish too. Like, you're gonna be my ultimate roomie when we finally make that big move to the city. We'll be unstoppable, living it up together.
I can't wait! It's gonna be amazing. But you don't have to keep holding out for me. I know how badly you want to get out of that crazy house, don't you? So just grab your bags and make your move. This is your golden opportunity to escape your psycho brother once and for all. And you know what? I bet once you're out of there, your parents will finally see Andy's true colors. It's gonna be a total eye-opener for them.
That's pretty tempting, Tyra. But still, don't you remember? I'm only 17. No landlord in their right mind would rent out their place to a 17-year-old.
Hey, no worries. You're welcome to stay with my aunt for the first bit until we found an apartment. She owns a big house in the river valley, you know?
Thanks for being so sweet, Tyra. You're always looking out for me, and I appreciate it big time. But honestly, it's your aunt we're talking about, and I'm not sure if staying at her place would be cool or not. I really don't want to be a hassle or cause her any trouble.
What are you even saying, girl? My aunt adores you, I swear. If I give her a call and explain your situation, she'll be over the moon to have you at her place. And hey, it's not like you'll be there forever. Your 18th birthday is just around the corner at the end of the month. So we're talking only 3 more weeks to go. Party time!
I can't believe you've got it all figured out for me, Tyra. You're hands down the best friend I've ever had, no joke.
Look, if you stay with my aunt for the next while until you pick up your diploma, you can search for an apartment for us to stay in. And then, by the time I graduate, we can be moving into our city apartment. So how does that sound to you?
Alrighty then, we'll go with your plan. Thanks for always having my back, Tyra. You're like the absolute best person on this planet that I can always count on. You're a true gem, girl.
What took you so long to answer me, Helena? I have something important to say, so pick up the phone. Are you still at that wretched friend of yours' house?
What now, Mom? It's Sunday, and I believe I deserve some rest.
What's the deal with your attitude? Now you're even snarking at your own parents? Just look at yourself. You've turned into this uneducated savage who couldn't care less about her own family. I didn't raise you to turn out like this. I certainly didn't raise you to become some kind of stray who abandons her own home and sleeps around at other people's places. I get it, it's all because of that girl, Tara, right? She's been filling your head with garbage lately, hasn't she?
What are you even saying? Tyra has absolutely nothing to do with this. Can we please not bring her into our conversation?
Listen closely. Starting now, you're forbidden from hanging out with that scoundrel anymore. Got it? If I ever catch a glimpse of you two together, I swear I'll give both of you a serious thrashing. Do you understand? I can't believe you've let yourself change because of some idiotic delinquent friend like Tara. It's time to wake up and face reality. If you continue behaving like this, you're heading straight into the criminal zone. Do you hear me?
What are you talking about? I'm still the same person. Nothing has changed about me. Hanging out with Tyra doesn't have any negative influence on me, believe me. If anything, she's been my best friend since secondary school. And she's always there for me, no matter what. In fact, I consider her advice a lifesaver when it comes to dealing with Andy's misbehavior. She really helps me through tough times.
Helena, you absolutely disgust me. You used to be this sweet, kind, and obedient girl who always listened to me and did as I said. But now, it looks like you've transformed into this spoiled little brat who's always ready to defy my every command. And not only that, you've even crossed the line by messing around with your own brother. Do you have any idea how much you've hurt his feelings? Tell me, is it your intention to ruin his life so badly?
What are you talking about, Mom? What did I ever do to Andy?
Stop playing dumb. You know perfectly well what you're guilty of. You deliberately mixed his shampoo with shaving cream. You maliciously poured chili pepper paste into his school bag. And to top it all off, you callously ignored him when he needed your help. Tell me, what kind of sister are you to stoop so low and commit such vile acts against your own brother?
Excuse me? The things you just mentioned are the pranks that Andy used to play on me. Wait. Did he tell you that I'm the one responsible for all of that?
Yeah, Andy told me everything. So there's no point in trying to deny it. And don't even think for a second that I'm oblivious to the countless times you've thrown parties at our house, bought alcohol, cigarettes, or even stolen my money.
What are you talking about? I didn't do any of that. It was all Andy's doing. I promise you.
And now you're resorting to lying and trying to put the blame on Andy for your own terrible behavior? What a cunning snake you are. Let me tell you something. All this spoiled behavior of yours will lead you nowhere but to the streets.
Wait, what do you mean by that? Are you really taking Andy's side to the extent that you would kick me out, even though he's consistently the one at fault, not me? You're a parent. You're not supposed to play favorites.
Yeah, that's right. You heard me loud and clear. What's wrong with me favoring Andy over you? Do you know why? It's because Andy is kind and compassionate. Unlike you, you're literally the personification of the devil.
I'm telling you, you're completely fooled by Andy. He's been up to all sorts of crazy things behind your back. But you don't even have a clue. All you seem to do is blindly defend Andy and put me down. Do you even see me as your daughter anymore? Not even a little bit?
Yeah, more lies, more deceit. All because you can't handle how amazing your brother is. Your jealousy really disgusts me.
Whatever you say, Mom. Because I don't even care anymore.
What? How dare you blatantly ignore your own mother like that? Get out of my house, Helena. I won't allow you to stay here for another minute. I can't stand the sight of your face around here any longer, so you better hurry up and gather your belongings to move out as soon as possible. Or I'll throw them all in the trash. Are you even listening to me, Helena?
Hey, Helena. When are you planning to come back?
Around 6 p.m. Why do you want to know? Already missing me, huh?
Miss you? In your dreams. Heard Mom was giving you a hard time again, huh? Well, serves you right. That's what happens when you try to challenge me and retaliate against my pranks all this time. You think you're tough? Please, you're nothing compared to me. Just a simple word to our parents and poof! You're out of here. Remember, I'm not someone you want to mess with.
Ooh, I'm so scared, Andy.
Yeah, that's the spirit. I gotta admit, making you scared and desperate is one of my favorite pastimes in the world. No doubt about it. Don't even think I don't know about the stuff you've been spraying on your bedroom door to keep me away. You did that because you knew I wanted to take over your room, right? How dare you, you scumbag. Now hurry up and come back home to apologize to me. Maybe this time I'll let you off the hook. Of course, you'll have to give me your room too. I totally deserve a bigger room. At least one like yours.
Yeah, I figured you'd badmouth me to Mom just to get me in trouble. So, honestly, I'm not even a tiny bit surprised.
What? You're not shocked at all? What do you mean by that? I thought you'd be freaking out and begging for my forgiveness by now.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, Andy. Why should I bother doing that? I'm not an idiot, you know. I'm tired of being your target for cruel pranks and being mocked. So go ahead. Do whatever you want to me. But let me warn you, it won't faze me one bit. Actually, the little pranks you've been pulling are getting old. They don't impress me anymore. Why don't you try coming up with something new, huh?
What? How can this be happening? You're supposed to be scared and all that. You're not supposed to be this confident while talking to me. This is totally unacceptable.
Oh, look how little Andy reacts when his genius plan fails miserably right before his eyes. You always think you're in control and can make everyone do your bidding. Well, guess what? I'm not like our parents who always spoil you no matter what you do or whatever wrongdoing you commit.
Don't make me go to extreme measures. I've got plenty of tricks up my sleeve that I haven't even unleashed yet. You know what I'm gonna do? I'll hide empty booze bottles in your room and blame it on your so-called alcoholism. Oh, I know you're at a friend's place, aren't you? No problem. It's actually perfect timing because today is Halloween. So I'll throw a Halloween party at our house and turn your bedroom into a smoking room. That's actually a pretty awesome idea if you ask me.
Yeah, whatever, Andy. You're just completely delusional, you know that?
What are you even blabbering about, you stupid moron? Your behavior is just unbearable, you hear me? No worries. I'll just take some of our parents' money and put the blame on you. Remember the last time you took the fall for me? You got grounded for a whole week. That was so dumb of you. But hey, thanks anyway. Having you around actually comes in handy. Oh, and of course, I'll grab some more of Mom and Dad's cash fund to fund my little party tonight. Then I'll pin it all on you, saying you stole it for your college tuition or something.
Oh, please, go ahead. I really couldn't care less either way. Just do whatever you want, Andy.
What? Not even that gets you scared? What's your deal? Why are you all of a sudden talking all tough? Honestly, I'm not a fan of this sudden change in attitude at all. Now you're ignoring me again? Get back here and clear out all your junk from my room. I'm not kidding, Helena. Are you there? Stop hiding like a coward and come home so we can have a face-to-face talk, you piece of trash. I swear there's gonna be consequences for looking down on me. This isn't the end between us.
Hey, Andy, are you home? Have you seen Mom and Dad? I just got back and I've been looking all over, but I can't find them. And you're not at home either. Well, just wanted to give you a heads up. I'm moving out today. So, I'm here at our place to pack up all my stuff and take it to the new spot.
Huh? Helena? How are you still texting me? Aren't you supposed to be at the hospital by now?
What do you mean? Why would I need to be at the hospital? And more importantly, where are you and our parents at the moment? I don't see anyone at home.
Wait, what? How is this possible? I thought you'd be back by 6 p.m.
Yeah, I ended up getting home a bit later than I had originally planned.
That's so weird. I actually saw you wearing your favorite pink hoodie. I know it was you. But you had a Halloween mask on, so I couldn't get a clear look of your face.
Oh, that hoodie? I have no idea where it went. I think Mom snatched it from me without saying a word. You know how she is. Always swiping stuff from me without even bothering to ask.
What? So you're saying it was Mom wearing that pink hoodie and not you? No way, this can't be happening. If it's true, then I'm in some serious trouble now.
What do you mean, Andy? Why would you be in trouble? Just spill the beans and tell me what's going on right now.
Look, Helena, I gotta run, okay? I don't have time to talk with you at the moment. If Mom asks where I am, just play it cool and tell her you have no clue, alright?
Wait, hold up. Where are you going, Andy? Andy!
Oh, Helena, my dear. Did you actually move out of the house? You see, I was just joking with you, sweetheart. I didn't mean any of it. You know you're always my favorite child, right? I promise, if you come back, I'll treat you better than I've ever done before. Actually, I'll even kick your brother out to make space just for you.
When exactly did I become your favorite child, Mom? Could you please enlighten me on this sudden change in attitude?
Hey, come on now. Don't make fun of your own mom like that. You know, something happened that really opened my eyes. Helena, sweetheart, please listen to me. You're more than welcome to come back and live with me. I'll even go all out and make it super special for you. I know deep down you still care about me, don't you? You even came to the hospital to look after me.
Well, you're still my mom, so naturally I'd come to visit you in the hospital. However, there's something I need to make clear. I've already moved out and I won't be returning. So please, stop asking me to come back home. No matter how much you plead, it won't change my mind.
OMG, Helena! Can't you see how much I'm suffering living with your nightmare of a brother? Please, I don't deserve this. I need you, my sweet, obedient girl. You know what he did to me yesterday, don't you? He freaking dumped a load of rocks on my head. It was a total trap he set up. You have no idea how furious I am right now.
Well, can't you see it? It's the way you've been spoiling Andy that turned him into this. So, if anyone deserves the blame, it's you and no one else.
I get it. I messed up big time. I'm feeling so ashamed of myself. I already reported Andy to the police, and I'm sure they'll throw him in juvenile detention. So, you see, we're totally free to have your old room back. Just come back with me and your dad, all right? Please, Helena?
I'm glad to see that you finally realized the importance of taking action and reporting Andy to the police. I sincerely hope that being in juvenile detention will be a wake-up call for him, and that he will use this opportunity to become a better person. I'm sorry to say it again, but I really have no intention of coming back. So, goodbye, Mom. I wish you a happy life. When confronted about his malicious act, Andy conveniently dismissed it as a mere prank. Without showing any remorse, he actually had the audacity to tell the judge that it was just a harmless trick-or-treat stunt on Halloween, so he shouldn't face any consequences. But during the trial, I stood as a witness and exposed all the cruel pranks he had played on me. That's when the judge realized that Andy posed a real threat, leading to his placement in a proper jail. My mother did everything she could to convince me to come back, but her efforts proved fruitless. I heard that she was deeply ashamed of Andy's actions, to the point where she made the decision to disown him as her son. I was determined to move out and start a new life on my own. I'm grateful to have my best friend, Tyra, who I know will always be there for me, ready to face any challenges that come our way.